American soldiers massing on the front are arriving in great numbers in this machine, the Bradley fighting vehicle. Almost 1,000 of them are making their debut in the desert. NBC Science correspondent Robert Bazell takes a look at the newest battlefield taxi.
On the production line of the FMC Corporation in San Jose, California, workers turn out a machine that brings the high-tech war to the level of the regular infantry. The main role of the Bradley is to transport 6 soldiers to the battlefield, but the Bradley also fires powerful weapons, including a 25-millimeter cannon and wire-guided anti-tank missiles.
When the Army was coming up with its air-land battle tactics, they were looking at an environment in which they were going to be greatly outnumbered. So you needed to add as much firepower on your side as you could get to even up the score.
2 layers of armor cover the vehicle. Most of the complex electronics are in the turret, where the gunner sits on the left and the commander on the right.
This is the position that the gunner's head will be in when he's engaging the threat. When the threat is moving, he'll be stand on the target with this set of hand controls. By right turn, left turn, depressing the weapon or elevating the weapon.
The periscope has a day lens. It also has a night vision scope to allow the gunner to see in the dark. On FMC's test track, the 60,000-pound vehicle can be brought up to 38 miles an hour in a little more than 20 seconds. It also climbs a 60% grade and turns on a dime. The Bradley is one of many expensive weapon systems built during the 80s. Critics charge that it might not work properly and could be dangerous. After a fierce debate in Congress about whether they should rebuild at all, the Army was allowed to order 6,724 Bradleys. The program is costing more than $7 billion. Approximately 2,000 Bradleys are now in the Gulf, preparing to carry American troops to fight Iraqis. Robert Bazell, NBC News, San Jose.
He holds American prisoners of war, which he has declared them to be war criminals. So let's not forget the important element here, that he has committed crimes against my people, your people, and many other nationals around the world. Okay. He is not a person who has committed a crime only against my people, which we want to punish him for. But for your own sake and others also.
Let's get your colleague from Yemen in here. Mr. Al-Ashtal, President Bush says that the Soviet peace proposal falls well short of meeting the UN resolutions. Now, we don't know what's in it, but if what everybody says is in it, it has things like guaranteeing his security, his personal security, perhaps, certainly the security of Iraq's borders. All that is not unconditional surrender, unconditional withdrawal, excuse me. It does not meet the UN resolutions. Isn't that correct?
First of all, I think it's a good thing that there was no outright rejection of the plan, the Soviet plan from the White House. That is a little encouraging. And besides that, I think the most important issue here is withdrawal. Having insisted for 6 months that Kuwait is part of Iraq, and that is the 19th province, I think we should look seriously at the proposal of Iraq and also the Soviet Union to have the Iraqi forces withdraw from Kuwait. And let's go a step at a time. Let this be the beginning, and of course, resolutions of the Security Council will have to be implemented, but they cannot be implemented haphazardly. You have to start with Resolution 660. In that resolution, there are 2 elements, very important one. The first is the unconditional and total withdrawal of Iraq from Kuwait. The second one is a negotiation between the 2 parties to resolve their dispute under the auspices of the Arab League. Then there are 10 other resolutions that have to do with different aspects of the conflict. The most important thing is whether we want a solution or not. We shouldn't look at things in terms of victory and defeat. The thing is there a readiness for a peaceful solution out of this?
But let me ask you, Mr. Ambassador, if Saddam Hussein was prepared to meet UN Resolution 660, that's not a very complicated thing to say. Why doesn't he just say it? I am prepared to meet UN Resolution 660. I accept unconditional withdrawal from Kuwait, and I'm going to start it right now. Why can't he just do that, say that, and settle all these ambiguities that are puzzling the world?
I don't speak for Saddam Hussein, but I see a lot of positive aspects in the proposal. Why don't we look at accentuate the positive side of it? Withdrawal is the word that everybody was looking for. Now that we have withdrawn, people are asking too many other questions. And it really puts into question the seriousness of those who want a solution.
Excuse me, go ahead, Mr. Asabah.
Well, Mike, I believe that my colleague, the Yemen ambassador, is becoming to be the Iraqi spokesman for Iraq in many things. I mean, the record of the Yemen vote in the Security Council speaks for itself. If he's now talking about giving so much credit to Saddam Hussein just for accepting Resolution 660, well, big deal. I mean, he's accepting it because of the massive aerial bombardment on Iraq that is making him accept Resolution 660. If he does, let me finish, Mike. Give me a chance to express myself here. And now the big deal is that he's going to accept Resolution 660 unconditionally. Looking at the voting record of Yemen here, they abstained on condemning the invasion of Kuwait by Iraq in the Security Council. They abstained during the summit conference in Cairo. Now they are giving credit to Saddam because he might accept a unconditional withdrawal.
Well, let me ask him on this point. Are you assuming, Mr. Ambassador, that Iraq will accept the Soviet peace proposal and that the Soviet peace proposal will turn out to be, in essence, the same as UN Resolution 660?
Well, if we read all the signals that are coming from different capitals exactly, it looks like Iraq is now ready to accept a proposition of withdrawal in the context of resolutions of the Security Council. This is something that we have to, of course, welcome. The big deal really is to work for peace and not to try to prolong this crisis and to make it terrible for everybody, the Arabs, the Americans, and everyone concerned.
Let me get Mr. Ambassador. Look, let's take, I mean, if the Iraqis say unconditionally we will get out of Kuwait, ought we not to take that and at least, and then you can stop, in other words, prevent an American ground war. If you stop the killing when they get out, then if you're talking about getting money from the Iraqi people who don't have any money, they're smashed too. I mean, why continue all the killing? I mean, the embargo, wouldn't the embargo handle that? You punish them economically if you're trying to get money from them. You have to fight if you have to liberate Kuwait, but if they're gone, you don't have to liberate Kuwait.
But don't you feel that you're really speculating now rather than talking about realities? Because we have not yet heard a clear-cut statement from the Iraqi regime
I'm saying, Mr. Ambassador,
let me finish. Right. That they will withdraw from Kuwait unconditionally, period, without any further conditions whatsoever.
If they will do that, then would you agree to stop the killing? I mean, stop, bombing them and stop attacking them if they do march out of Kuwait? I mean,
it has to be massive withdrawal immediately.
Total withdrawal.
And not negotiating for further negotiations for a future withdrawal.
But then you do agree there should be no ground war and the war should stop.
Nobody wants war, Pat. What's the matter with people who are thinking that we want war? We're not warmongers. We did not want war. The war has already started on the 2nd of August.
Mr. Ambassador,
let me finish. And then you have the war started again, the liberating of Kuwait on the 16th of January. Now, the war has been going on for 34 days now, the aerial bombardment. So talking about moving into a ground war, it's another element of the war itself. We wish that this war will end and Iraq will accept all Security Council resolutions passed here. Once we start giving Saddam Hussein and his party some concessions here and there, we will only take 660. We will forget all the other Security Council resolutions. Saddam Hussein wins here. And he gets a concession, and he gets a reward for his invasion.
All right, when we come back, we're going to ask both ambassadors the question, if Saddam Hussein withdraws unconditionally, do they think he can survive in Baghdad?
Saddam Hussein knows full well how to stop this war. He knew how to invade Kuwait, and he knows how to get out of Kuwait.
I love the taste of crab delights, the newest can